The rain tapped gently against the window, a soft lullaby that filled the silence of the dimly lit room. Anna sat at a small wooden desk, her fingers trembling as they brushed over the edge of a cream-colored envelope. The handwriting was elegant yet shaky, each letter carefully formed, though weakened by age and frailty. The envelope bore only a few words. To my dearest daughter. Anna's breath caught in her throat. She hadn't seen her father's handwriting in years. It had been 3 months since his passing, and she thought she had closed the chapter of his life forever. She had sworn, long ago, that she would never forgive him for his absence, his coldness, his silence. And yet, here she was, holding a letter that threatened to unravel everything she thought she knew about him. She ran her fingers over the words, feeling the grooves of ink, imagining his trembling hands as he wrote them. Memories flickered in her mind. Her father's stern face at the dinner table, the echo of slammed doors after arguments, birthdays spent alone, the way he always seemed too busy or too tired to notice her tears. She had left home at 18, carrying a suitcase and a heart full of resentment, never looking back. But now she was back. Back in the house where she had grown up. Back in the silence that had once felt suffocating. And this letter, this fragile piece of paper, was calling to her like a whisper from the grave. With trembling hands, she broke the seal. The paper inside was soft and slightly yellowed, his familiar cursive filling the page. She read the first line, and her vision blurred as tears welled in her eyes. My dearest Anna, if you are reading this, then I am no longer there to tell you these words myself. I wish I could have been braver. I wish I had told you how much I loved you every single day of your life. Instead, I let pride and fear keep me silent. I am sorry, my little girl. I am so deeply sorry. Anna pressed her hand to her mouth as a sob broke free. She kept reading, her tears falling faster with each word. You were my greatest joy, Anna. I never stopped loving you. Not for a single day. I know I failed you. I know I was never the father you deserved. I was clumsy with love. I thought providing for you was enough. I worked late hours, missed your school plays, and stood in the shadows when you needed me most. And every night, I told myself I was doing it for you. But I see now, all you wanted was me. Her hands trembled so violently that the paper nearly slipped from her grasp. She wiped her tears and forced herself to continue. There is something I want you to find, something that will explain everything. In the attic, behind the old wooden chest, there is a box. Inside that box is the story of a father who loved his daughter more than life itself but didn't know how to show it. Please, Anna, read it, and know that I loved you until my very last breath. Anna clutched the letter to her chest, her sobs echoing through the empty house. She had hated him for so long, convinced he never cared. And now, in this moment, with his words etched into her heart, she realized she had been wrong. The attic smelled of dust and forgotten time. Anna climbed the narrow staircase, each step creaking beneath her weight, her heart pounding with a mixture of fear and anticipation. The attic was dimly lit, shafts of golden light streaming through cracks in the roof, illuminating furniture draped in white sheets and stacks of old boxes. She spotted the wooden chest, just as the letter had said. Behind it, hidden in shadow, was a dusty cardboard box tied with a faded ribbon. Her hands shook as she knelt down and carefully pulled it out. When she untied the ribbon and lifted the lid, she was met with a collection of memories so intimate, so heartbreaking, that she gasped aloud. There was a tiny pink dress, her first birthday dress. A pair of scuffed ballet shoes she had thrown away after a failed recital. A crayon drawing of a family of 3, her father, and her mother, who had died when Anna was only 6. Each item was neatly labeled in her father's careful handwriting. Anna's first birthday dress. She looked like a princess. She cried when she didn't get the lead role. I told her she was still my star. She drew this for me after her mother's funeral. She said she'd take care of me. Anna's sobs filled the attic as she realized that her father had kept everything. Every drawing, every memento, every piece of her childhood. This man she had believed was cold and indifferent had quietly treasured every moment of her life. At the bottom of the box was another envelope, this one marked, for Anna's eyes only. Anna, I never told you why I worked so hard, why I missed so many birthdays. When your mother passed, I promised her I would give you the life she dreamed of for you. I took extra jobs, I worked nights, I thought if I could just give you everything, it would make up for her absence. But I see now that all you wanted was me. I have been sick for years, Anna. I didn't want you to see me like that, Weak, frail, dying. I wanted you to remember me as strong. That was selfish of me, and I'm sorry. I pushed you away because I didn't want you to suffer alongside me. But I know now that I only made things worse. Anna's heart shattered. She had hated him for being distant, but he had been protecting her. She had thought he didn't love her, but his love had been woven into every sacrifice, every silent moment, every hidden box of memories.